Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spill the Tea. My lovely guest with me today is none other than Sharifa Al-Sudairi. And Sharifa is one person who you really want to hear from. She is a pioneer in the truest sense of the word. In Saudi's, I don't even know how to say this, Saudi winter sports by storm. I think you're the first of your kind. You're the only female Alpine skier in Saudi Arabia, to my knowledge.
Correct that.
Okay,
I
correct.
am not.
Oh, you're not?
No, I was the first to get into this, but it's amazing.
She was the first to get into this. But before we get into this, I would like to ask you, how's your tea?
Oh, my mint tea.
Yeah.
Subtle, with a bit of comforting. I would say subtle, comforting, and with a bit of a kick.
Yeah, that's exactly how my podcast is usually described as.
Like the conversation that's coming.
I guess we'll see. I hope so. Well, thank you for correcting me on that. Whoa, ChatGPT, you did me dirty. But yeah.
Let's see how we prepared for this one.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to drink my tea. You spill it. But I'm so happy to have you here today.
You. Well, thank you for having me. It means a lot.
You are, like I said, an amazing woman who is really like, I don't want to say like revolutionizing, but you are a trailblazer, truly, especially for Saudi women, in my opinion, because I feel like a lot of women maybe would be fearful or like hesitant about pursuing such a sport coming from a country that is very much a desert and sandy and hot. To pursue a winter sport, and especially something like skiing, is something that is very uncommon and very I don't want to say fanciful, but something far-fetched for a lot of like women here and people in general. But I feel like especially women, I don't think it's something that they think about. When pursuing this sport, what made you think like, oh, I come from the desert, let me go to the snow and pursue a sport that like is gonna make it very hard for me to train in the country that I live in?
That's the total opposite of where I come from. No, so first of all, honestly, thank you for your kind words, Saraha. It's been an honor and doing something that I love doing.
Okay.
But I have to say, it's an added bonus that I got to be the first one to do this, because what's more important is what's coming after me after I do it. The amazing team that we've built and the amazing girls that are continuing to do whether skiing, snowboarding. So that to me is also maybe a bit more exciting, just seeing what else happened since I started doing this. And then what made it easier also in the beginning is getting just the inspiration that I got from women in Jeddah doing far more incredible things than I was. Then I feel like great, I skied and I'm skiing, but I'm inspired by so many unbelievable women doing incredible things.
And I'm sure many women are inspired by you. It's like a domino effect.
Inshallah, and that made it that bit easier getting into this. Just looking up to these incredible women in Saudi doing everything, going up to the moon or the space, or being incredible ambassadors, or in every which way. So literal ambassador, our female ambassador, but every girl doing something now in Saudi is an ambassador to the country. And so I get to be part of this cool crew ish.
I know.
Amazing.
Can I join this crew? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm spilling tea and I'm sipping tea. Like, can I be a part of this club?
I think you're in. Doing what you're doing and sharing this platform and bringing people to share their stories, I think is equally as cool, I have to say. But so getting into the whole ski thing, I grew up doing all sorts of sports and in a, like, let's say more not professional, but like a competitive way. So I was in the basketball teams of my school. I played tennis for a very long time. I would learn different sports growing up, and skiing was one of them, and one that I really loved. And I explored a lot on different family trips and all of that. and I got to explore all aspects of it. So, the one thing I love is obviously being out in nature and doing, just kind of forgetting about the rest of the world. When you're on the mountain, there's nothing, you don't remember anything else that's going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fast forward to, Saudi, let's say 7 years ago, and all the wonderful things happening in Saudi. You want to be part of it. You want to do something to give back. You want to be part of this energy. And the energy was so, what's the word?
Energetic. Anonymous, contagious.
Very, very, very contagious. So it's like, I really need to do something to be a part of it. So I, بالصدفة, or at the same time, all these federations, sports federations came up, and one of them was the Snow Sports Federation. I won't get into the nitty-gritty details, but I got in, and I got to say, oh, great, yeah, sure, of course,
Let me do this. Why not? I love it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I was just curious in terms of your journey. So, like, now, from what I'm understanding, is it started from your youth. It was recreational, and then you decided to be. Once things opened up in the country, you were like, okay, I'm going to pursue this more professionally. But how did it feel like, since you were the first to start? Did you feel some sort of like overwhelming sense of pressure, like, oh, I'm the first, I need to not just do a good job, but I need to excel and I need to represent my country, because it is, again, a winter sport and you're coming from a not so winter country. So was there an added pressure because of this?
I think I put the pressure on myself.
Okay.
I was met with a lot of encouragement in the very beginning, and it was very overwhelming. My community, it's starting with obviously my family, but my community, my Jeddah community, like really pushed me through that very tough part in the beginning. Like,
oh, that's sweet.
Can I actually do it? And it was just unbelievable. It was overwhelming. Okay. So I think it's more the pressure on what I put on myself, because once I got past that, I realized, obviously, what I'm doing is not easy. It's not easy to get to it. It's not easy to practice it. But, alhamdulillah, like having the support was what got me through that period in the very beginning.
Do you think support really can make or break an athlete?
I believe so, at least in my case, for sure.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe a lot of people go through this maybe not just self-doubt, but these uncertainties, let's say.
Okay.
Again, like in my case, can I actually do this? Can I physically do this? What's it going to do to me mentally? Am I going to be able to get past those hurdles? Again, I went through like the very negative self-talk. I get upset. Well, it was part of the journey, so I'm happy I went through it at the time I did, and I'm not now feeling those things. But like, what are people going to say about me? What are people going to think about me? My skiing is not that great compared to other skiers in Europe. It was once I got through. Wait, sorry, what was the question?
No, keep going. Like, once you got through all this negative talk, like, how did you, you put the pressure on yourself?
I did put the pressure on myself, but I needed to go through it, right? So it was about, yes, you can, and look at this amazing support system that you have. Yeah. And now, now it's just time to do the tough work. It's time to like grind, because that's what it's about.
But how did you get through it? How did you unhear that negative talk in your mind? Like, if you could give someone a piece of advice, like when that negative Nancy voice creeps up, how do you silence it and move past it?
It took me 3 years to get
Oh my
there.
God, I was gonna.
I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm a slow learner. Like give me a break. I might be a slow learner, but I guess it works differently for people. So. Face it, accept that you're going through that, and that it's fine to do that. And then obviously, I had to learn certain tools and practice those tools. Okay. So it's like, it's like a muscle that you work out in the gym. Your brain is a very powerful thing in your body. It steers you. So how can I change, there's a thing called neuroplasticity where you change the way your brain perceives something or the way your brain reacts to something. So
Okay.
it's literally just practicing it.
Okay.
Practicing, okay, pulling myself, seeing that I'm in that moment, seeing that I'm going through those negative self-talk or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. What can I say positively about myself right now? What am I, so literally I would say, like, Sharifa, Latins, don't forget you're doing an incredible job. Sharifa, you're waking up every morning, you're spilling your heart and soul into this.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Doesn't matter, whatever you ski now, it doesn't matter. Just, I would say this to myself, like on the start gate, because
Okay.
that was probably my phobia in life, like just that start gate scene.
Yeah.
So getting through that, now I say to myself, this is my happiest place.
Okay.
And
So
my knees don't shake the way they used to.
okay, you changed the narrative in your mind.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so it's just a matter of practicing it.
Okay.
The whole thing, the whole ski thing, it's not as I was saying, it's not rocket science. I didn't do something. I didn't invent something. It's just
Stop
repeating
downplaying it.
I'm not downplaying.
No, but
no,
you are.
Okay.
Humility is one thing, but also accept the accolades.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. But it's just, you can do. It's cheesy. You can do anything. Get out and do anything. Just practice it. Just do it.
And
do
practice
it.
makes perfect.
What did Kobe say? Like 10,000 times, like 10,000 reps.
Yeah.
You'll get there at the end.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine it along the way earlier.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't imagine, will I ever have the confidence at a race?
Okay.
I can't tell you my race last week compared to my race the first year I started doing this. I'm a completely different person.
Really?
I could not imagine then that I would be in. I was like, maybe I'm just destined for this. I didn't get to do this like all these, whatever, Swiss, European girls. They got to race from the age of whatever, 6, 7. So you're building that, you're building yourself as a ski racer, like whatever athletes you are. You're going through those feelings. Imagine you're ironing all them out like from an early age. So you get to a point where, of course, you stand confidently at the start gate. But alhamdulillah, I can say now I'm in a much better place, and where I'm happy, like being there. Like
no, and I'm so glad you went through. Like you broke down the negative talk. Otherwise, it would have maybe possibly prevented you from doing everything and accomplishing all this.
For
and
sure.
Setting setting such not high. I want to say high standards, but I feel like you're going to shut it down. But setting high standards for like Saudi sports and where we can go, and especially like what women and little girls can do, because a lot of little girls do look up to you, and I don't know how that makes you feel. Actually, how does that make you feel?
Dude, it's a huge responsibility.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like I don't want to mess up for, I want to be the best I can be for a little girl or a little boy wanting to get into this or whatever else. Maybe I inspire some kid in this way in skiing, or maybe it's something else. Inshallah, ya Rabbi, Gaddirni.
You have a platform now because of this, and a lot of good can come of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can, like, whatever you say right now, I know it's a lot of pressure, but like you could literally change someone's life with one sentence.
Yeah, and you want to be the best.
Yeah.
That you can be for that person. You don't want to mess up. You want to be the best example. So it's
okay. So question then, you want to be the best example, but let's say like a little boy or a girl is looking up to you right now and seeing what you're doing, and they feel like they can't because they are from Saudi Arabia and it's hard for them to practice the sport. Like how would you advise them to go about pursuing this?
Man, if any person can think of the obstacles, the hard things, but I can't, but I don't have the time, but I'm studying, but my parents are not okay with it. There's so many things. But I think no dream is impossible. Like you can't, no country, no space that you're in is impossible for a dream. Let alone Saraha now, like the Saudi dream, like as cheesy as that sounds, you can be anybody. You can do anything.
Yeah.
Like all our dreams, all of all these things that I grew up with, that we didn't have a chance to do.
Yeah.
That are now possible.
Yeah, like things that you wanted to do but were much harder. Now that Saudi has opened up so many doors for so many people and so many athletes, now it's like go after your dream, pursue your dream.
Absolutely. And what I would say is, okay, maybe be a nerd a little bit. I did that. I went through this phase.
Yeah.
I called it my research, like the stage one
Yeah.
of this whole project that I'm in
Buckle
right
down
now.
and study.
Buckle down, sit down. I sat in an office little room.
Yeah.
I put papers everywhere. I researched all athletes, skiers, non-skiers. I researched like the likes of, I don't know, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michaela Schifrin, Lindsey Vonn.
Okay.
Any sports, like
Okay.
at that level, and also closer to my age. What are they doing?
Okay.
What are they doing to get it right?
That's good. Yeah.
Right, wrong, Djokovic, Novak Djokovic, what's he doing?
Okay.
So I think once you put it all down on paper, and it helps, the pen and the paper helps.
Okay.
And I really have to emphasize that.
Okay.
Because it's here, then you put it down,
Yeah.
and it's on paper. You get to do whatever you want to do with it afterwards.
Okay.
But the research, the basics, what does it take to be whatever at this sport? Is it, oh, okay, I need equally as much time in the gym. Get that out of the way. And, subhanAllah, like things open up for you. Like you're at a level physically strong, you sign up for the team, they take you in, like things come out of it.
Yeah.
Or you see things like along the way that they could take you to a different sport, but at least you have the foundations, basics, your fitness level, the basics are the necessary things. Are you getting your sleep, your nutrition right? And then
Do you feel like you're stronger now? Because you started later in life relatively to most like
right.
Competitive athletes in general, let alone competitive skiers. Do you feel like your fitness levels from when you first started until now has improved drastically? And did the age at what you started in actually help, or do you think it like impaired your growth in this field?
Look, there's, like I said during my research phase, there's the natural trajectory of an athlete, and in my case, the natural trajectory of a ski racer.
Yeah.
And you build. Why are there these stages? Because you build certain things, whether it's mentally or physically, along the way. So somebody asking me what would it take me to get to an Olympics, I would say minimum. Give yourself 8 years. It's an 8-year project.
Really?
100%. Obviously more is even
better.
More correct.
Yeah.
But so when
for the bare minimum, 8 years.
Bare minimum, and like without the stress, I can tell you about that. So
let's circle back to that.
We'll go back to it in a second. But so when I said, okay, so that's what you should do. All right, now I don't know. I have maybe 4 years in this.
Okay.
Because I'm like also trying to be very realistic. So what can I do? How can I optimize my everything?
Yeah.
My health, my nutrition, my the way I approach my training. So obviously I had to sacrifice a lot.
Is this how you got into biohacking?
Yes, they were working together in parallel, but obviously I used that to help me. Maybe, this biohacking thing.
Yeah, can you actually
so many things? Can we just right now?
Yeah, no. Actually, for anyone that doesn't know what biohacking is, can you just give them a little bit of an explanation?
I don't. How do I know?
Oh, I wonder.
No. So, okay, with biohacking is a way of using tools and sciences to optimize our health. Whether if we're going for longevity or just general health.
Yeah.
So of course there's a lot of technologies and tools that we can use, but the basics are the more important ones.
Okay.
Like your sleep.
Okay.
I can tell you that for me, that's probably been the most important thing to get right.
Okay. Everyone
sleeps, right? But how do you get it right? How do you go?
I struggle with my sleep a lot.
Well, it might be that you shift the times you eat. It might be that you wind down differently, that you go, get in bed. You have to have a sleep hygiene that's geared around, your lifestyle, but also respecting that it's not about staying up till 11. It's about, sleeping at a certain time. It's about giving yourself the right tools to get into that restful sleep
That sleep zone.
yeah,
Okay.
because that's when your body heals.
It's
everything.
Routine, like develop the habit, and your body will just naturally assume it's
Yeah.
bedtime and get into bed.
So, I do all these things. I do everything under the sun. Like I love experimenting with all these tools and hacks.
Okay.
But my sleep is not right. My body, whatever ice bath I put it in, whatever oxygen chamber I'm sleeping in twice a day, I can tell you I've done that.
No way.
I've slept in well, actually, that was after a head injury.
What?
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't do it while skiing. Last summer I slipped in my bathroom and I cracked my head open.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Ouch! I'm so sorry.
SubhanAllah, just life happens like that.
Okay, so you bashed your head in.
Yeah, so I had to have, I think, I don't know, 6, 7 stitches.
Oh my
And
God.
it was, how ironic. I do this sport that's crazy, and I throw myself down the mountain, but I slip in my loo.
But that's the thing. Like life is just, I don't even know. I want to call it funny, but that's really not funny. I'm so sorry.
I mean, it just had to happen, and I had to.
I don't know if it had to happen, but it happened.
SubhanAllah, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But so yeah, after that fall, I spent that next 10 days doing 90-minute sessions in a hyperbaric chamber, morning and afternoon.
God.
I watched everything on Netflix because in that specific clinic they have like a little tablet.
Okay.
So I watch a lot of movies, watch a lot of documentaries.
Well, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, so it was, but it's incredible. Like that as a tool to help you in healing is unbelievable.
What is it exactly?
So it's basically they take you to, it's a pressurized vessel.
Okay.
That you go into with pure oxygen. So once they take you to a certain level of depth, like let's say, like in a submarine, then giving you that oxygen, it goes crazy in your cells basically.
Okay.
So it's about how deep you go in this rawasa and get the purest of oxygen.
Can anyone do this, or do you have to be like someone that's like a professional athlete or have a certain level of fitness, or is it something that like you can only do if you're hurt?
No. So yes, people use it for healing illnesses, ailments, diseases, injuries, burns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the cool thing about now the wellness world is it brought all these things to the average person, and anybody can go. If you're sore from the gym, go get in a hyperbaric chamber, go get in a cryo chamber, ice bath. So it's very interesting, the wellness field right now and what it's bringing to our world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's circle back a little bit to biohacking, because I noticed like it is something that you are very for, like on your page, and you're really advocating for it. What is the biggest difference that you've noticed within yourself physically once you started like your biohacking journey, like also in association with your skiing and your fitness, but like have you noticed a drastic shift health-wise and fitness-wise?
Yeah, and it took a lot of experimenting. I was always into trying out different things, like I mentioned, and even well before my ski project.
Yeah.
But definitely, I mean, certain little things like even just testing genetics and, in-depth micronutrient testing in your body, learning what your body is and needs. Because, we can't, there's not one thing that works for everybody.
Yeah.
Even in terms of supplements, in terms of vitamins.
Yeah.
So we all do this. Unfortunately, we all self-prescribe, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, magnesium, should be taking
Preaching to
that.
the choir.
Oh, is it like no? I would recommend everybody tests themselves, and it's interesting. This genetics testing as well is for me, it's a very interesting thing. Like we're born with certain genes, but there are things you can do to like not alter your genes, although this crazy guy Brian Johnson is doing that, but you can alter the way that you
Your genes function, your
Yeah, your genetics function, like,
like enhance or
exactly.
okay.
So I would say testing was a very big thing. Of
But
course,
what kind
where
of
I use the, blood testing and, that in-depth analysis
Okay,
of your
Just
system.
generic
Yeah.
tests, like find out everything about your body.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. What are you lacking? What do you? But in terms of my skiing, of course, I realized at my age, maybe I don't recover like when I did in my 20s. So
Yeah.
what tools can I use to help me with recovery? That was very important, because if I'm not recovering, by the way, if you haven't balanced out your sympathetic parasympathetic system,
Okay, what is that?
your nervous system, right? It's
Okay.
like, I for example, when I used to train in the beginning, I used to just be very, very hyped up, wired up, especially if we're doing 2 training sessions, like 2
Okay.
ski sessions. I can't sleep. I know I should sleep because sleep is going to help me recover. But
Okay.
so what can I do to help me calm my nervous system?
Yeah.
Certain things like whatever, red light therapy or going into an infrared sauna. If I knew I've overdone it today, for example, breathing, breath work. Recovery was a very big thing for me. Just to help me, like I need to be, because after all this crazy training, you have to still wake up and do it again in the morning.
Yeah, how?
There's
Like,
no
if you
days
don't
off.
sleep
There's so you need it all. So it's like optimizing all of this. And yeah, that was I did things more recently, like altitude training. So before I go to a ski camp, I would do this training your body by restricting the energy flow.
Okay.
And then giving you a lot of energy, so it mimics what you feel like when you're on the mountain.
Okay.
So I would do this kind of training before going on a camp, cleaning out your blood from all these toxins, because man, we are bombarded with toxins left, right, and center. So you clean that out, you're less inflamed.
How do you clean that out?
There's certain like treatments like where they take out your blood.
Oh my God.
Wash it around.
What?
Put it back. Well, not literally wash it around, but like
like there are basically treatments
that used to be just for when you're sick. Now you as an average person can go do that, and
my
you know
God.
what, you feel lighter, you feel maybe a bit mentally like less foggy.
Okay.
And
That's
then
so interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
There's so much out there. That's the problem. There is too much out there. So
well, there's a lot out there that I'm still learning about. So
yeah. So I'm very much into experimenting and testing, but I would say be cautious.
Okay.
And take it all with a pinch of salt, because there is a lot to digest, and it's not necessarily all the fluff is not necessarily what you need.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So.
Okay, that's so interesting. Now I want to kind of circle back to that stress comment you made earlier.
Ooh, good
Talk to me about that.
Life stresses.
All of it. Spill it. Spill the tea.
So no, I mean life. Life is it's a funny ride. So okay, there's general life stresses and obviously like physical like stresses from my training or whatever. What did you want to know about stresses?
I just want to know like everything, because the way you said that, you were like, oh, the years of stress, the work of stress, like what is the most, like, do you have like a moment that you went through that was like, oh wow, that was probably my most stressful moment?
No, I can tell you, like all my life I've been an overthinker.
Okay,
and
that does not help.
Over worrier. Yeah. So.
And by the way, same.
Yeah, it's tough, when you're worrying about, your family members, you're worrying about this, like, you need that.
Is that something that you worry about a lot, if you want to get
I guess, yeah. You try to be better at it. You try to, I've meditated a lot. I've done all types of meditation.
Yeah.
And maybe I can say, for me, at least what worked is slowing down life.
Okay.
And just doing less. So when I'm not skiing, especially now, I genuinely, my life is about my skiing or my family, and that's about it. But when I'm not skiing, I'm trying to do as less as possible and just enjoying the most basics of life. And I'm in turn less stressed. Okay. I don't need to be at this function, at this thing, at that thing, and I don't need to be on the go. obviously, meditation is an incredible tool that, you can use to manage your stress or manage the way you approach things. Maybe, for me, try and be less reactive. Like, our world pushes us to react a lot. There's so much, whether you're on the roads.
And it's difficult not to.
Yeah, things that are not in your control. How can I react less? Because what does that do to me at the end?
Yeah.
So I guess, also you need to go through the motions, right? Like you realize that stage of my life, man, I was a wreck.
Yeah.
What did I get out of it? Okay, well, how can I change it? But I feel like everybody needs to respect like what they're going through and learn from it and, accept and surrender to it.
But was there a moment like within your skiing journey that was like particularly stressful? And if there is one moment, like how did you manage it or get out of it? Because I feel like a lot of people could probably like connect to that or learn from that. I would personally love to learn how to manage my stress, but I'm sure my stress is probably nothing compared to whatever that stressful moment was for you.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for me to give the example, and if you don't mind, I won't. But I will say it was something that is not in my control.
Okay.
I could not do anything about it.
Okay.
And maybe it's a couple of years of me trying so hard to change that, but it only took me accepting and surrendering that I cannot change it and focus on me. And the minute I started to focus on me, subhanallah, things started to iron out. Things started to fall in place.
Okay.
So you can focus on what's wrong and what's not going your way. But I say this and I've got like goosebumps on my body, but really like you can sit and dwell on that and years will pass. And that's how life happens. People move on, people do things, and you're still stuck on that thing that you can't change. Surrender, accept it, move on.
I think
focus on you. Wallahi, it just all pans out,
Yeah, I agree. No, I think your answer is perfect, actually.
Thank you. And maybe that's in all aspects of life, right?
I think so.
For me,
I think it's something that a lot of people should apply. And I think a lot of people who are listening to this right now are going to maybe be very thankful for that answer.
Thank you.
Inshallah. Yeah. So there was something that I wanted to ask you, because going back to you talking about your injury, I feel obviously your sport is not an easy sport like what you're doing. And with it comes a lot of injury, not bathtub injury, but actual sports injuries. Does that ever like scare you from wanting to push yourself further? Like not just in like being the best skier, but
did I want to quit? Is that what you're asking?
A little bit, but like just trying to be political about it. Was there a moment that you wanted to quit, or are there moments that you want to quit till now?
Along the way, many. Like again, all this like the stages of me going through this now. In the beginning, the skepticism that I received, along with the support, there was a lot of skepticism. So I'm like, is this worth it? Should I just go back to my chilled life? Like life was good, alhamdulillah. Like,
how did you silence that noise though?
Pick up every day and just go one day at a time. Literally, wallahi, it was like not even like long-term goals. I'm not even talking about my ultimate goal, but like little moments. And it's just like sleep it off, see what tomorrow brings. And subhanallah, tomorrow brought me back to the slope, right? Something in me that pulls me back. Of course, my injury was a very, very tough moment. I can tell you when I'm like carrying my arm, walking off the slope, I was like, I'm never doing this again. I literally, never doing this again, as I'm like passing out from the pain.
Oh my God.
It was quite horrific, but it's crazy.
Something kept calling you back.
Like after the surgery or something, I sat down, I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong? Like me going back to me, like how I usually am. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Looked at my video, the fall.
Yeah.
I was like,
You kept replaying it in your mind.
Yeah,
and then actually on the video.
Realizing what the mistakes that we made were that day, let's say. But then I knew, again, in regard to my injury, I knew I wanted to be at the Asian Winter Games.
Okay. And you were the first.
I was there like with my teammates,
Yeah.
and that was incredible. And I didn't want to miss on that chance because I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't know if I'll ski this summer. I don't know if I'll ski next winter. I have no clue, but I just wanted to go to this thing that meant so much to me.
You did it.
So I remember in Italy, I said to myself, I want to make it. I will make it to China.
Yeah.
And what's it gonna take? And the funny thing is, like, there's my coach there and the coaches, all of them are like, oh, it's the arm, you're good, you can ski.
No way.
I'm like, I have metal in my arm, I had major surgery.
Oh my
What do you
God.
mean? They're like, oh, everybody skis with a broken arm. So that, just even that little word just like played with my head. I'm like, okay. So if I could, so it was like, take the breather that you need, but get back in the gym as soon as you can. You can squat, right? Like,
no, it kind of goes back to what you were saying in the beginning, how your mind is a muscle that you need to train. So even with this, like, it was just a matter of shifting the perspective.
Absolutely.
It's like alone, you were telling yourself you can't because impossible, I hurt myself.
Of course.
But here, coaches are telling you, oh, it's fine. You don't need that. You're good. You have your legs. And suddenly you're like, oh, light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Perspective shifted. I can do this.
Yeah.
It was just a mind over matter.
Where should I put my energy?
Okay.
And then you also, like, you want to surround yourself with the winning mentality. I mean, winning little things. Like, I wanted everybody around me to be positive about it.
Yeah.
So whether it's my doctor in London, my amazing longevity doctor, or my coaches, I wanted everybody to speak to me in a language that was like, we will make it to that. And that helps.
Language is powerful.
Yeah.
Words have so much
power. And like, I'm not going to sit and cry about it. Khalas, it happened. It's not in my control. And again, that was not in my control. Whatever happened that day, that was not in my control. It wasn't my skiing, so to say, but it was conditions or whatever it was.
It wasn't in your control, but you surrendered.
And that's khalas, accepting it and moving on. So yeah, it's incredible. And then you start researching again. I go back to like, let's see, what have others done about this one?
Are you a nerd by nature?
Maybe, I think, yeah.
Okay.
In a way. So yeah, how have they recovered from injury? So the mental side was very important.
Okay.
Again, going back into the hyperbaric chamber.
Okay.
So that was on. But the mental aspect of it, what language do you speak to yourself? Like, how do you change the narrative? Like, it's going to be fine. I will heal. It will get better. It's just this, I will heal. My cells will heal. I used to do this meditation. It was a 40-minute meditation about your cells healing in your body. I am going to do this, of course, until you get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Oh my God, I keep trying to get into meditation, but 1 minute in, I get so bored. And I know it's good for me, but I just can't. The idea of doing this for 40 minutes.
Well, I was desperate at the time. I don't do any more 40-minute sessions.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's nice. It's, like with meditation, there's so much out there. Like, you will find the one that works for you. Yours might be just a walking meditation.
I do like to walk.
Slowing down your steps. And maybe breathing in parallel with your very slow steps. Maybe that's your meditation. Maybe it's like a simple box breathing and it's just 4 breaths.
Okay.
Literally. It doesn't have to look a certain way.
Okay.
There's like lots of methods out there.
Okay.
Ones that are maybe like too much for me. Okay, this works for me. So it's like about experimenting, I feel. Or it's just sitting, maybe it's a moment of sitting with silence and like at peace with your cup of tea.
With my cup of tea. So I wanted to ask you also if you would like to get into motherhood as well, a little bit, just a little bit. Because, mashallah, you're doing amazing things and a lot of things and things that require a lot of time. How the hell do you manage? I can barely manage my own time and I'm just me. So if I was a mother and I was doing everything you were doing, I think I would like run through the wall a million times.
How do you know? I may have.
Oh, okay. So that's how you slipped, huh?
Man.
You're trying to run through the wall.
To escape. No, I mean, if I tell you it is easy, it would be a huge lie.
No, I wouldn't even believe you. I'd be
And
like,
every
this
day,
woman's just trying to
every day
get
is a
views.
challenge. Yeah. Literally, it clicks. It's not easy. But once you...
I killed a cactus. I can't imagine raising kids and skiing and doing everything
Is that
you're
even possible?
doing. I apparently.
That's so sad.
I know.
I think you don't even have to
I'm
water
sorry, cacti.
them. No, so I guess it's about managing your expectations, right? I'm not going to go and win the Olympics.
Don't say that.
No. Whatever, right? So it's about managing what my goals are, where I want to get to, and what's going to get me, what's the best, not the tools, but like, what are the tools that are going to get me there, right? And it's about, for me, it was simplifying life, simplifying.
Okay.
And sacrificing a lot. Like I said, I realized I can't do so much and go have a social life and have go out, see my friends, go out to dinners, and then get up and train, and also afterwards try and be a mom, and then train some more, and then do my recovery. It doesn't fit. There's literally just 24 hours. I need double that, but
not enough hours in the day. Clearly.
I know. So simplify it and try and be organized about it. So for me, it was literally just about cutting out what I don't need right now. I guess, my friends are very understanding. Like, he wanted to see me at dinner, but we could do lunch instead, because I just do lunches because
so
my sleep is important. But I love my friends, and I love that their support in all of this, my friends, my family. So in a nutshell, I feel like it's managing your time and
sacrificing something.
You need to, like, it's it's not a long-term thing. Like, I just have this time to do this. What do I lose, by giving it my all?
So it's like you just have to know what you're willing to sacrifice for this time, and then go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm impressed personally. I'm not a mom, but I'm impressed. I just find it so fascinating how so many people right now are pursuing all of these amazing things, amazing sports in this country, because the country suddenly decided to open up and like push these movements forward, and like you and like other people that I know are doing like exceptionally well, and within such a short time frame, as opposed to people who've been training for this like their whole lives. Like, I'm just honestly in awe.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much.
No, genuinely. Like, I just feel like I'm not someone who ever even considered skiing or professional sports as some sort of like career path or path in general. But if like had it been something I grew up with, 100% it would have shifted. Like 100% it would have been in my like vision, on my vision board,
Yeah,
so right now I'm sure so many people are looking to people like you and looking up to people like you, and hearing these things, I feel like it's going to help a lot of people as well. Like, oh, there are ups and there are downs, and you just have to like, and the idea of like even sacrifice, I think people need to know that it is, I'm assuming, a lot of sacrifice, not just like in terms of like mothering and all these things, just like also sacrifice in
eating, your health, your sleeping, like you're for sure. And understanding what it takes to getting into a professional sport, because that was a new one for me, because we're sporty, we're athletic, we do but what does it actually take to reach that level?
What does it take?
Man, a lot. So much.
A lot. Done.
Just like a lot. It's a 24-hour job. Like, it's literally like, it's a full-time job. Right? So, like, I mentioned briefly, like, if you're not training, then you're recovering. If you're not recovering, then you're eating. If you're not, or you're sleeping, or you're making sure you're getting your sleep.
Is there an optimal form of like, I don't know, scheduling that? Like, okay, eat this time before training this time, and then sleep this many. Is there like a specific, like, okay, I have to be a robot, this is the optimal like thing for performance?
Oof. Maybe there is. I don't know it. I just feel like you have to do what works for you.
Okay.
You know, and then in terms of like, and also to add to it, like in our sport, you know, it's we ski all year round. So
Wow.
yeah, but it's not fun skiing. It's, you know, you go up to a glacier and you're training.
Yeah. I can imagine. I don't assume it's fun
yeah,
for a
and
second.
you know, the 2 months you have off, or just shy of 2 months or whatever, a month and a bit, is when you're really going and hitting it hard in the gym.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, what does it take? It's everything. It's, you know, getting your mental games really strong, getting your physical body really strong.
A lot of persistence,
Definitely.
a lot of patience. Oh my God. I don't know how you do it, honestly.
Me neither. Every day I wake up like, wait a minute. حقيقي.
Again?
بس والله you know, I'm so grateful. I genuinely, wallahi, like, every single day, I'm just like, whatever it is, I am so grateful I get to do this. Like, you know, just every little aspect of it. I get up, I get to get up and do something I love so much, and get to call it my job.
What is the thing that
that's-
surprised you the most about all of this? Like your journey? Like, so you started out, I guess, with a vision in mind or a goal or some sort of idea of what you wanted. But did something creep up on you and surprise you? Like, oh, I wasn't expecting this, but I actually like this or don't like this. Like, maybe somebody wants to get into this, and now you're gonna be like, oh, but keep in mind this might happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, skiing, it all looks so pretty on the outside because, you know, like before, like if I'd go skiing, you go skiing on a holiday with your family. All you're thinking about is getting up and having that, you know, nice big breakfast,
Yeah.
meandering down the slope, stopping for a hot chocolate. It's not that.
Okay.
It is far from it. It's not waking up like whatever time you want. It's getting up when the snow is hard. And that's in the summer, that's 5:30. You need to be up on the slope, for example. Because
Okay.
for us, for ski racing, you need hard snow and not like, you know, soft snow.
Okay.
Like that you can get away with like as a tourist skier or whatever.
Okay.
So it's, you imagine like being up before the sunrise and being in a gondola like in pitch darkness. You know,
Wow.
places that are maybe not so pretty all the
Oh,
time.
I was just gonna ask, but I'm assuming the views are pretty.
The views are mountains and rocky mountains, and of course, but it's just like it's hard to get to it. Like you get into 3 gondolas to get to the top type thing.
Wow,
Like it's
interesting.
especially in the summer. Like when we're training in the summer, we need to go higher on glaciers.
Okay.
And so that I would not recommend for you to go.
Yeah, no, I don't worry.
You know what I mean? Like
My ski
I will
experience
not-
was one
I will
time
not put
the
you
guy
through
told
that
me make a
misery.
pizza with your skis. I made the pizza split. Never again.
Oh.
Yeah. wasn't really much of a fun time for me, but okay. You
Fair
do
enough.
you.
Yeah. No, give it another go.
Like pizza? I can do pizza. Nope.
No, give it another go.
Okay, I will. I'll go with you.
Haas, yeah, you have to come with me. You never know. Maybe I'll teach after this. I don't know.
Oh, would you want to?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
I don't know.
Shutting
I
it down
don't
hard.
know. I think I don't know what I'll do.
Okay.
We'll see.
But what is
I-
your goal right now with skiing? Like you're not like, is it that 2026? Is it?
Um,
Is it? Is it?
When I say, I can say it's on my horizon. I can
Okay.
say that of course it's nice to have an ultimate goal.
Yeah. It's a nice goal to have.
It's a beautiful goal to have, and
Yeah.
I'd be so grateful.
It's a
if
goal I have, and I
ever
have no way of getting there. But I'm like, yeah, sure, let's just
It's
put it.
nice, right? It's not easy.
Yeah.
And I think we need to give respect to the sport and integrity because really, really, it's not easy. I know, it's maybe for us, it's like about these like big wins or these
Yeah.
big moments, but wallahi, it's not like, and especially going through it now, I can tell you, it's really not easy. So for me, it's about what I'm doing with it every single day and how I want my form to be as best as it can be. Like
Okay.
before I say I got to this game or the Asian Games or the Winter Olympics or whatever, I'd love to get to the Winter Olympics.
Okay.
And if not,
I'd love that for you
my
too.
ride is gonna be like so much fun along the way.
Okay.
So, and there's so much that you can do with it.
Yeah. It's all about the journey. That's what
Yeah.
a lot of people say.
For sure.
But I'm sure also reaching the destination is probably fun too.
100%. Yeah.
But like this is why I love to just sit and I just have conversations.
Because I got carried away. I was like, oh, have we been here
No,
for-
you didn't get carried away at all. This is the whole point of this podcast. I just want it to be a conversation with people because I just feel like when you have a conversation, it flows, but it flows in an interesting way. And I'm
For
sure
sure.
like somebody's going to hear something and it's going to resonate with someone. Like you
hope
said
so.
something that resonated with me. So if it resonated with me, it probably will resonate with someone else. And even if it doesn't, you made my day better. So it's fine.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
This was the highlight of my day.
Oh, well, the day is still young. But like, I'm so happy to have had you here today. And I think actually like, I'm good. But like, I also want to like offer you the chance, like use my platform. If there's anything that you want to say or share about your journey or something else entirely, go for it. Speak whatever you want to speak. And then, yeah, I'll take it from there.
I love this. So no, I mean, for me, I'm happy I got to share my story,
Yeah.
and hopefully, inshallah, we got some 2 cents out of it.
No,
But
definitely.
no, for me, what matters to me is like nobody, like anybody who wants to do whatever it is they dream of, whether big, small, like literally, genuinely, put your blinders on and go for whatever dream you have.
Okay.
And I wish somebody told me early on, put your blinders on, and the noise doesn't matter.
The noise doesn't matter.
And
the
it won't
hardest
matter.
part.
Like I said, like when I look back now at moments in my first year, I never expected in a million years I'd be at this stage right now. And I'm not. I still have so much I want to do, so much I want to get better at. But even just now, I'm content with where I am,
That's so
and
nice.
it's a nice feeling. And
That's so
it's-
beautiful.
Yeah, it's just being at peace with yourself,
Yeah.
and with the effort that you're putting in, with the I love the sport I'm in, and I'm doing my best at it, and inshallah, for me, that's the best.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
I think next year, or not even next year, I think like 5 years from now, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I went so much farther than I thought. And I think next year, you're going to reach a point where you're going to have gone much farther than you expected. And you're going to look back at this year and you're going to be like, oh, wow, I did not expect that. Yeah.
I hope so. I mean, it's funny. My coach, he always, we joke about it. He said, "You think you'll stop after next season?" Because like next season, the
I
goal
feel like
is-
you won't.
And he keeps saying, my mom told me last night that she thinks you're not going to stop. Like, your mom, like, his mom, like, had I don't know, like an epiphany, like, Sharifa's going to continue skiing. I'm like,
Because from the way you're talking
don't.
about it, I don't think you're going to stop. At least not by like next year. Because you keep saying the slopes keep calling you back.
that's the thing. I feel like there's so much I want to do with it as well.
Then go for it. Do
but
it.
maybe-
no
yeah.
one's giving you a timeline other than yourself. I love how I'm giving you this pep talk right now. Like you're setting this timeline for yourself. Why?
Yeah,
if you want to
yeah,
keep going, keep going.
True,
no one else is
true.
in your way.
No. And like,
Don't stand in your own way.
I love that. Thank you. No, for sure.
You guys, she's gonna
One
yell
step
at
at
me
a
after this
time.
wraps up.
Yeah. No, relax. Just enjoy the ride. That's it. Yeah.
Yes. Enjoy the ride. And okay, I
Thank
think
you.
thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on my lovely couch. Thank you for the wonderful insights that you've shared with all of us. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if you just tuned in to tune the world out, that's fine by me. Just like, share, subscribe, do all the works, do whatever it is you need to do to stay up to date with Spill the Tea.